Hello there and welcome. Today I will show you a little mini game which is called higher or lower. So basically what you do is you get a number and then you can say if the next number is higher or lower, and if you're right your prize money doubles, and if you are wrong then you lose your money. So I have a little project to show it. So here she asks if you want to play a game. It costs 1000 gold and the prize money starts at 50 gold and it doubles after each correct guess. And the numbers go from 0 to 100. So now you see the number is 97. So you can say it's most likely lower. And the next number is 37, so I won, and now it says the prize money is 100, and now the number is 37, and now you can guess if the next number is higher or lower, or you can cash out and get the 100 gold. So I would say it's higher, and yeah. I lost already, so I lost 1000 gold, and then you can go on and yeah, play that game, and yeah, now I won again. Now it's lower, I guess, and yeah, I guess you know how this game works. And sorry for the interruption, but as you can see, even though it's in German, most people aren't subscribed to my channel who watch my videos, so it really is only a click and it helps me a lot to keep this stuff here going, so I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel. Thank you. To do this, we simply start a new project. The first thing I will do is to create a little window which shows the amount of money I have. This is not necessary, you can skip that part if you like, but I like to include it so we can always see our gold amount. So the first thing I do, I choose one of those plugins which are already included. So this is named text picture, and as you can see in the description, you simply need to call the plugin command, and after that you show a picture without specifying an image. So this is pretty easy to set up. So I activate this, and then I go to our database, and then I create a new common event which I call display gold. And the first thing I will do is get a variable and get the amount of gold we have. So I call this one gold, and here in game data I choose gold. So now at this point it sets the variable to our gold amount, so we can keep track of it. And I also set this to parallel, and it gets activated if I set this switch to on. So I also call it display gold. And now I use the plugin command which I enabled before. So here I choose text picture, and here I can specify the text, and you can also put variables in here like you can do in message boxes. And I will let it say something like gold, and then the variable with the number 1, because this is our gold variable. As you can see here, it's variable number 1. And of course after that I need to show the picture, the blank picture here. I set it to upper left and set it to 360 to 20. So it gets centered, and on the y-axis a bit more down. So this should be it. And after that, I need to create an event, which, yeah, you can call it bold start or whatever you like. And here we simply change the gold amount to 50,000, or you don't need to do that. This is just for testing purposes. So if you include this into your game, your player should already have a certain amount of gold to play. And after that we set this switch to on and set this to, we can parallel auto run. It doesn't matter because it deactivates Xserif after doing this. So now we can check if everything works. The sound is pretty loud. And now you can see we have a little text here which displays our gold. This is working fine, so I need to, because it's annoying as always, I deactivate the title music because we will test a lot more. I set the volume down of these sounds here for the menu, and yeah, this is not necessary, but it makes it less annoying. And now we can go on and create our game. So the first thing we do, I create here this little guy, and he will start the game. So we can call this higher lower. And the first thing we need to check is if our gold variable, or not a variable, we can yes, we can check if our gold is bigger than 1000 or equal to. So we also create an else branch, so we can give out a message if the player doesn't have the amount of money. And now we have this, so we can basically say if he has enough money to play, we can do this, and if we don't, then we do this here. And now we can add the text. I copied this, so I don't need to type it all down again. So it basically just gives us a message. I think it's this guy. I want to play a game. It costs that and that, and it starts at 0 and 100. And after that, we can simply create a show choice. So if you want to play or not. So default cancel. Okay, cancel is choice 2. So if you don't want to play, then it cancels out. And after that, we simply want to remove the gold at first. So when the game starts and you said we want to play, we change our gold and decrease it by the amount that we want to use for the game. So in this case I take 1000. And after that we need to define some variables. So one would be the prize money, so we can keep track of it and double it if you win. So the first variable we call it prize money, and we set it to, in this case, to 25, because what we are gonna do a bit complicated, but it will make sense, I guess. It starts at 50. So we say, we start at 25, but at the start of every game, I double this amount. So at first I set it to 25, so at the beginning of a game it's at 50. So I hope it makes some sense, but maybe you will understand if we go on with this. So the next thing we need is we need a number, which is the number that will be randomly generated, and we simply call this, call it just your number, and it will be random between 0 and 100, or from 0 to 100, so 0 and 100 are included here. And now we have our prize money, our random number, which gets generated when we hit yes, and after that we create a loop. So this means this part here will repeat until we want it to break. So until certain conditions are met, this will repeat on and on and on until we break it with something. And in this case, we want to repeat that's why I use this 25 here, even though we start 50. So in this case it loops and starts with the doubling of the of a prize money. So we multiply it by 2, and now this is basically the start of our game here, and at the start you get 50 as prize money, and it always doubles. So the next thing we want to do is to show a text which displays the current number and tells you if you want to say the next number is higher or lower. So we create a new text here. I copy this. These variables are wrong. Because I tested it somewhere else. So the prize money is 2 and the number is 3, so I need to change this a bit. So it says your number is variable 4, which is wrong, so I need to change this to 3, because my number, the random number, will be stored in variable number 3, and the current prize money is variable 2, so I set this to 2. And yeah, now it says, is your next number higher or lower? And I don't know where this guy hides. Yeah, here it is. And now it displays, you can click on preview, so this changes to numbers. Of course it's 0 now, because it's just here in this testing environment, and those variables don't have any values behind them, but it seems to work, so hit OK. And after that we need another variable, and we call it next number. So this is needed, we need this to compare our two numbers. So we have our number, so your number, which will be the current number, and this is the next number, so when we compare, and so we can check if the number is higher or lower. I hope this makes some sort of sense. And we also set this to 0 to 100, so it is either is a number from 0 to 100. And after that we want to ask if, or make a next choices, and in this case we want to check for higher, lower, or cash out. So higher means the next number is higher, lower means the next number is lower, and cash out means yeah, give me the money that I earned already from guessing right. Here we need no cancel choice, and default choice 1, yeah, we can leave it like that, but this needs to be disallowed, so we can only choose this one of those. And now you see it gives us 3 new options. And now in the higher section we create another loop. So basically what happens is this repeats itself over and over again, and in this repetition, if we are here in this case, this repeats over and over again, and this is needed to just check if your guess was right or not. So we need another loop. So we have this loop here, and now we can check if you set the number is higher, then we check in here if we need a conditional branch and check if the variable your number is smaller than another variable, and this is the next number. So this is the case when you lose, so we need an else branch. So this means you lost already. So you set the next number is higher. Oh no, this is the winning case, I'm sorry. So basically what you say here is you have your number and you say your number is smaller than the next number, and basically this means the next number is higher. So you guessed right here in this case if you said the next number is higher. It's, yeah, get some trouble explaining it, but it works. So what we need to do here is to tell the player what the numbers are and that he's won. So what we can do is create another text in here, show a text, and of course I have the wrong variables here. I need to check that again. So your number, alright, your number was number 3 and the next number is number 4. Okay, so it displays your number and then the next number, and in this case we already checked it because your number is smaller than the next number and you set it's higher. This means you won the game and your prize money gets doubled. And now you can say, of course, you need to change the variables at the end again and say that your number is equal to next number. So now for the next loop, your number is now the next number and the next number will be newly generated, and then this will be checked again. So this alright, yeah. And in this case you can also break the loop, so it breaks out of this inner loop here and goes back to this loop and starts over it again. So we can check this here. I just want to explain it a bit more in detail. So this is why we doubled it here and set it to 25. So in the beginning it gets doubled, then you get your number. If you guessed right with the higher guess, so the next number is higher, then it goes into this loop and it checks it. And if the next number is higher, you won. Your number will be set to next number, and it breaks out of this loop here. So it goes back to here, it doubles your prize money, and it goes all over again. So I can demonstrate it. So we have one case only. So we only use one case in this example here. So now it says your number is 51, and is the next number higher or lower? So we only implemented this case, so we can only check if it's higher. And now you see we won, and now you see it starts again, and the prize money got doubled, and now you can say again it's higher, and of course the number wasn't higher, so this didn't work anymore. But we will take care of it now. And now you can see we have here our else case, and the else case means that we lost. So here is the winning case. Our number we set it's higher. Our number is smaller than the next number, so higher was the right guess. And now we can go on the else case, which we can copy this here, not the loop, just only the case here, and paste it here. And now we can change it up a bit. So we have one case, so our number is lower. Now we need to check if our number is higher, which means we lost. So we can leave this text here like it is, and only we need to change this because we lost, so we lose. And now we don't need this here, we can delete it. Also, we really don't need to break the loop in this case. We can also delete this because we have another case, and this case is for this is for the case if the number is equal. So if you have if your number is let's say 50 and the next number is also 50, so you don't have a choice to say it's equal in this game, so it simply repeats itself from here again. But in this case here, we want to jump out and end the game. Because you lost, you don't get any money, you don't get anything. So we create a little, it's a bit, it's not nice, but we jump to a label and call it end. So we just want the game to end if you guessed wrong, and in this case we can jump to the same as if we said no at the beginning, so nothing happens, the game ends, you got the message that you lost, and you jump to this label. So basically you use jump to label, and of course not this, we need to create a label here and call it the same name. So so basically if you lose, you go to the same as if you clicked on no at the beginning. We also need to change, I deleted it and I remembered that this was wrong. So we need to have this, your number is equal to next number before we jump to the end. And now we have the case completed that if you have chosen higher, then if you're right, this will happen. And if your guess was wrong, this will happen. And if the number is the same, so we have both cases here. If it's lower, then this will happen. If it's higher, this will happen. And if it's equal, so if your number is the same as the guess, the game just goes back to the start of a loop, and it will restart here. Alright, I think this was not a good explanation, but we can see if it works. So yeah, we want to play a game. Is the next number higher? So it says we lost because the next number was 1 and our number is 81. So the game ends and we lost our 1000 here. Now you can go again and 84. Say it's higher. We lost again. And number is 80, higher. We lost again. And oh, those numbers are unlucky. So I just wanted to play until I win. So now the number is 7 and the next number is most likely higher. So we won and it goes on. So now we lost and the game is over. So this is working as intended. So we have a case for higher, and now we only need to create or set up the case for lower. So if you choose lower, you win or lose. So in this case we can simply copy this loop and paste it here under the lower case. So you simply go to the first loop, to the loop in the higher section here. So it says higher, you go to this loop, hit Ctrl+C or copy it like that. And then you go to the lower case and paste it. And now you simply need to change it up a bit. So if you choose lower, so the next number should be lower, you can simply switch this here to higher. So if your number is higher than the next number, which means the next number is lower. So if you say it's lower and the next number is lower, then you should be winning. And then you go down to this here and say if the next number is, if your number is lower than the next number, then you should be losing. And this is all you need. So this is pretty much the setup for the lower part. And now it should be most likely working as intended. So we go to this guy. We want to play a game. So the number is 95. So most likely the next number will be lower. And I won. So this is working, the winning case for the lower part. And now this number is 57 and we hit lower again. And unfortunately the next number was higher and we choose lower and we lost. So all our cases are kinda tested. So we know that the game is working as intended. And now we only need to take care of the cash out function. And this is basically, this is pretty easy. You simply need to increase your gold by the prize money which we set up. And after that you can say, so the prize money variable is number 2 in this case. So I will display a message which says you won variable 2 g. So preview 1. Okay. And this should be it for this case. So we can play a game now and test if we can win or lose. So now the number is 85. So next higher or lower, it's most likely lower. And I lost, unfortunately. And we want to check if we can win. So now it's 86, I say it's lower, you won, and now the current prize money is 100. So if I go and cash out now, I should get 100 gold. And as you can see here, I got 48,100. So I won my 100 gold. And something went wrong. That's good with that we are testing here. Because, of course, yes, of course. The mistake was that we need to, if we have our cash out, the game should stop and not restart again or give us back, get us back to the loop. So we need to break the loop. And now it should be working as intended. So we start again and we play. Yes, 9, yeah, it's higher. Yeah, 25, 23, it's higher, most likely, and I lost, no. Yeah, it's unfortunate for the video. Yeah, I'm so unlucky. So it's 84, it should be lower now. Yeah, I won. Now I have 100 prize money, I can go for cash out, get my money, and the game stopped. And now I can start the game again. And go on. And 1. And now it's, yeah. And I lost again. So it's a good way to decrease money from your players, maybe, or if they are lucky, or more lucky, as I am, then they win something. The last thing we need to do is use this else here in the end to simply tell the people that they are poor and don't have enough money. So in this case, which means this else case belongs to the first if here. So if the gold is over 1000 or equal to, then all this happens. If not, if you don't have enough money, you can simply show text and saying playing how lower costs your amount of money, and come back if you have enough money. This will be working as intended. I don't need to test it because I need to. Oh, I can show it. Let's if we wasted enough time, so I can delete this 50,000. So we don't have any money, and now this guy should tell us that we don't have enough money. Yeah. Alright. So everything is working as intended. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. It took a bit more time than expected because I made a few mistakes, but I hope you will find some use for it, and thank you for watching.